morning everyone, this is BremSter and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Start with 1 Not 0 by Jakhob. I'm not really sure what the title refers to. I don't get it. I don't get it. No one explained the title to me and it makes no sense to me whatsoever. Maybe it will after I finish with the puzzle. The big announcement I need to make today is I finally have the Sudoku puzzle pack for this month. I'm sorry I've prevaricated so much on this one, but the people who were organizing it were all traveling. I'm recording in advance. There was just a confluence of events that meant that this was not as organized as I might have liked, and that's mostly on me. But the Entropic Power Lines pack is now ready and available. So as this video lands, so does the pack. I will provide a link on my post on my Patreon page below. It is a free post. You do not need to be a paid Patreon supporter of mine to go and get it, where you can go and grab the pack. I will probably accept solution codes the same way I did on my on the March of the Quads, which will also be linked below because that is still running as well. I said I would run it for 2 months and that will be running until the 20th of April, where you can grab row 3 of any puzzle and I will take that as a solution code, and at the end of the month I will do readouts of anyone who has submitted solutions to puzzles. Not sure if I'll just take individuals or anything. I probably will. So any puzzles that you've done by, let's say, I don't know, I'll come up with a date and let people know. Probably the end of the month. It'll probably be actually the end of the month. So by the end of April, we will do a name readout in, what's the month after this one? May. Wow, what's happened to the year? So we will make that work. So back to this puzzle. Go get the puzzle pack, Entropic Power Lines. I've tried a couple of the puzzles and they're really cool. Anyway, start with 1 Not 0 by Jakhob. 2 rules in effect apart from normal Sudoku rules. So we have the normal Sudoku rules. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have killer rules. So digits that are placed in cages must sum to the digit in the top left corner of the cage. All cages are straight, so we don't have to worry about the fact that digits cannot repeat within cage, because if they did, that would break normal Sudoku rules. Now we have 159 rules. 159 rules are... these are a bit weird if you haven't seen them before. So what it means is the digit you place in column 1 will point to the position of the 1 in that row. So for example, if I was to put a 9 here, that would mean the 1 would go here. And conversely, because the same rule applies in column 1, 5, and 9, putting the 1 here would point to the 9 here. So as another example, if I was to put a 6 here, because the 6 is in column 1, that means the 1 has to be in column 6. If I was to put a 4 here, this would mean the 5 has to be in column 4. Now, this rule only applies to 1s, 5s, and 9s, which is why it's called 159. And with that, we should be able to work through this. Let's give it a shot. Now, this is a killer puzzle. There is no chance I am not going to be bringing up my calculator to try and solve this. And by my calculator, what I've done is when I first started solving Sudoku, I created a spreadsheet where I put in all of the possible combinations of killer cages. You can find that on my Patreon below as well. I think it's the first post there. And that's free, where you can make your own copy of it. And what I do is I have copy the possible options and I delete them when they're not options anymore. I do use it less and less, but I'm probably going to need it for this one because I know a trick I'm going to need to use. Where do I want to start? I kind of want to start with these cages. Yeah, I think I need to start with these cages, these 3 here. And that's why I wanted my calculator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all the possible options for doing 12 in 3. And I'm going to put that onto my working sheet. Now, one of the things about 159, particularly if you've got something like this, is if you think about it, then the digits that you put into the same box in a 159 puzzle, you will need to have one low digit, one medium digit, and one high digit. And the reason for that is if you were to put, say, a 1 here and then or let's actually not use that. If we were to put a 2 here and then a 3 here, that would put a 1 here and then another 1 here, and you've broken the puzzle. So you will always need to have a digit from 1, 2, 3, a digit from 4, 5, 6, and a digit from 7, 8, 9 within these bands of 3. And this is true for all of these bands of 3. So there'll need to be a 1, 2, 3, a 4, 5, 6, and a 7, 8, 9. A 1, 2, 3, a 4, 5, 6, a 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So when I look at this 12 cage, I can look at all the possible ways of making up 12 in 3, and anything that doesn't have a low, a medium, and a high digit, I can remove. So 1, 2, 9, not possible. 1, 3, 8, not possible. 1, 4, 7 is possible. 1, 5, 6, not possible. 2, 3, 7, not possible. 2, 4, 6, not possible. 3, 4, 5, not possible. The only possible option here is 1, 4, 7, which I could have done by math, but I would have been much slower doing it that way. So, yeah, I don't think using a calculator is cheating. If you do, don't use one. But my goal here is to solve in a way that I enjoy. So 18 in 3, I can do the same trick. 189 isn't possible, 2 high digits. 279, not possible. 369 is possible. 378, not possible. 459, not possible. Actually, I can get rid of anything that doesn't start with that. Sorry, I'm knocking my microphone. Let me try and reposition that. I am having a bad morning. So it must be 369. And then I can look at a 17 cage and do the same trick. And 179 is 2 high digits. I can remove anything that doesn't have a 1, 2, or a 3 in it. 269 is possible. 278 is not. 359 is. 368 is. So there's lots more possibilities down here. But there's more we can do with these. We know there'll be a 1 there. We will know there'll be a 1 there. And we will know there'll be a 1 there. We know there'll be a 5 in this column, in this column, and in this column. So in this 17 cage, we cannot include a 5. So the 359 option is removed. So what else do I want to look at here? So 12 in 2. So I can't use 9, 3. I can use 8, 4. I can't use 7, 5. This has to be 8, 4. Well, that's interesting. So that's got to put some pressure on this 13 cage, surely. So 5 is here. Can 5 be here? If 5 was here, this would be 1, this would be 2. I'm not seeing a problem there. 5 here would make this 8, that 9. So there must be a 6 in here. So all of the options I've got left for the 17 cage, 269, 368, put a 6 in here, which means there must be a 9 in here. So I've got 9, 9, which means there must be a 9 up here, which means there must be a 4 in here, which means I can't put a 4 in this cage, but that's okay. I couldn't anyway. Once I had 5 and 6, there had to be a 4 up here. So there's 1 and 9 up here. So I can't put 1, 9, 4, or 8 in this 13 cage. So let me do my normal trick, and I'm going to bring up the options for 13 in 3. Anything with a 1 can disappear. Anything with a 4 can disappear. Anything with an 8 can disappear. This is 2, 5, 6. So that puts 6 up here. So this is a quad. I probably want to mark a quad. 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9. And we know this is not 1 or 9. So this is 3 or 7. This is a 7 because it can't be a 3 either. So there's no 7 up there, and that is 139, which we knew from that and that. I didn't know the 3 yet. So this is 1, 2, 5, which means 5 is in there. Means 2 is in there as well, which means I need to put 5 in one of those, which means 5 goes down here, which means 1 goes in here, which lines up with the ones I've got. That's 5. The trick with 159s is often trying to see what it is you're looking at. So 1, 4, 7, they all look okay. If I put a 5 there, that becomes a 7. Hang on, if I put a 5, this can't be a 5 because that'd have to be a 7. This is not a 5, which means that is not a 2. So 5 is in one of those two. Nine in one of those all looks okay. I do need to put a 2 or a 3 in one of those. Hang on a minute. I can't put a 1 in here because there's no 9 over here. And I can't put a 1 in this 17 cage. The only options are 269 and 368. So there is a 1 in here, which means there's a 9 in here. And it's not there. Because if I put a 9 here, this becomes a 1, which would mean that would have to be a 2. So this is not the 9, which means this is not the 1. This stuff is tricky. But I do know that 1 is in one of those. This puzzle is more tricky than I am giving it merit for, I'm sure. So anyway, what else was I looking at? So 5, 5, 1, 2. Oh, that's cool. Because of this 125, that can't be a 5. Because if this was a 5, this would be a 1 to complete the 6 cage. But if this was a 1, this would be a 2. This would be 5, 1, 2, and that cell would have no value. That is not a 5. I don't think I can do the same along here. Because 5, 6, 1, 2 all looks okay. Maybe I need to look here. What can these be? There's lots of options for a 13 cage. Well, there's 9, 4, 8. Sorry, yeah, 9, 4, 8, 5, 7, 6. So 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 5, 7, 8, 9. Because so 5, 7, 8, 9. So if this is 5, this is 8. If this is 7, this is 6. If it's 8, it's 5, and if it's 9, it's 4. But if this is 9, this is 4, 8, 5, 8, 9 seems okay. 7, 6, 9. If this is 8, this had to have to be 9. That does not work. I can't put 8 here because if I put 8 here, I have to put 5 here. But if I put 8 here, I have to put 9 here. This is not 8. Oh, I couldn't have put 5 here anyway because 5 is in these 3 cells. 7, 6, 9, 3, 5. That all looks okay. So I can't use 1, 7. I can use 2, 6 in that order. I can't use 3, 5. So this has to be 2, 6 in that order. And that makes that the 5. I should have looked at that one earlier. So there's no 2 there. There's no 6 in those. So this now has to be more restricted because I can't use 1, 7. I can't use 2, 6. So this has to be 3, 5. And I know the order. That's 3, that's 5. So there has to be a 2 in one of those two because I can't use 1 or 3 as the low digit up here. So there's a 2 in one of those two, which means there's a 9 in one of those two. Now, if this is 9, 2, 9, 3, that's a 1, that's a 4. Well, that's not a 5 anymore. That's a 5. Oh, and that's an 8 because that's indexing. I know what this triple is now. This is 1, 4, 7. So that means the 5s have to go there, there, and there, which lines up with what I've got. So that's all good. So these are 3, 8, and 9. And these are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. That's not a 3 anymore. These cages are working hard, but I'm not being clever enough to see what they're doing fast. So this has to be more limited because of that. So this could be 9, 3, can't be 8, 4, can't be 7, 5. This has to be 9, 3. And just running through that again for my own purpose. So this is a 12 cage. So 9, 3 is possible. So 9, 3. If I was to try 8, 4, I've broken that. If I was to try 7, 5, I've broken from either of those. And 6, 6, trying to put them into the same box would cause me a lot of Sudoku problems. That is 9, 3. That is not the 9. That means this is the 2. This is not the 2. This is not the 3 or the 9. This is a 1. This is a 9. This is a 3. This 9 is now being indexed by that, making that the 4. This now has to be the 7, 8, or 9. And it's not an 8. It's a 7 or a 9, which means the 9 is in one of those two, which I could have got by using Sudoku. Who's bringing Sudoku to a Sudoku puzzle? So 4, 7. Well, that's not a 4 anymore. So what are the digits across the top? 1, 7, and 8. So these are 1, 7, 8. That's not a 1 or a 7. That's the 8. That is not the 8. That is a 1 or a 7. So this is just a pair. That's got to be useful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, maybe not. So this is 1, 7, or 9, which gives me a 1, 7, 9 trip. Oh, that 1, of course, is taking 1 out of there. So this is a 4, 7 pair. Except it's not, because there's a 1 right there. That's a 4. That is not a 4. That is a 7. That is a 4. 2, 9, 4, 1. That's all indexing correctly. 1 has to be in one of those two, which is correct. 1 is in one of those two, which is correct. 9 is in one of those two. That is all correct. So what are these? Well, that's not a 1. 1 is in one of those. 9 is in one of those. That's all lining up. What are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Okay. Need more info. This 17 cage now can't have a 2 in it. So this is 368. And this is why I keep my notes on a separate spreadsheet, basically, because it means that I don't have to redo things. And as I said, if you don't want to solve that way, don't. This is 368, which means 9s are either here, here, or here. Which means this can't be 2, 9. But I had that once I got that 9, so that was okay. 5, 3, which puts 3 in here. Okay, there'll be something with these little horizontal cages now. So this is... Now that I've locked these in, it's got to be these that's going to break this open. I'm just not sure how. That cell maybe. Because, although that, oh, not sure. Because this can't be 2, because that would put a 1 here, and 2 and 1 do not sum to... And I'd have to put a 9, and I don't have the 9 available, and all sorts of things. If this is 3, this would be 3, 9, 1. Can't be 4, can be 5, can be 6, can be 8, can't be 9. So 3, 5, 6, or 8. So 1 is there, there. Can't be 6 because I can't put a 1 there. So this is 3, 5, or 8. So this is, for 3 it is 8, for 5 it is 6, and for 8, so this is 3, 6, or 8. No. I'm looking in the wrong spot, and I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be looking at. If this was 2, this would be 1, and that doesn't work, so I can't put 2 there. This is 3. That would be 6, and that would be 1. So that's possible. If that was 5, that would be 4. If that was... That can't be 6. Can't be 7. So again, we've got 3, 5, 8. Which would make this 5, 3, or 1. But that can't be 8 because that would make that 1 in order to make the total. But 8 would put a 1 here. So this is not 8. This is a 3, 5 pair. No. Yeah. But it's 9. What am I talking about? What have I done? Let's get the totals right. If this is 3, this is 6. If this is 5, this is 4. And if this is 8, this is 1. But it can't be an 8 because that would not be pointing at a 1. Get your totals right. So this is 4, 6. It helps if I get my totals right. Why did I think this was an 8 cage? Because I'm not. Yeah. Okay. 3, 5, 4, 6. So if this is 3, this is 1, this is 6. 3, 6, 1, 8, 9. Hang on. 3, 6, 8, 9. What the heck is that? 3, 6, 8 makes that 8, makes that 9, and that's broken. This is 5 and 4, which makes that 1. There's no 5 here, which means there's no 6 here. This is a 3-8 pair, making that a 9, which makes that a 6, taking 6 out of there, taking 9 out of those. There's no 5 there. This is a 3-8 pair. There's no 5 there. There's no 9 there. There's no 9 there. So 1, 5. So 9 is either here or here. Yeah, I've already got that. Hang on. So what are these? 2, 6, 7, and 9. So these are 2, 6, 7, 9. That one can't be a 9. These can't be 6. Okay, that was not as helpful as I might have liked. But that did give me more than I thought it would. 1 is in here now. So this... Yeah, I've got to put a 2 or a 3 in here somewhere. I can't put a 3 there. Yeah, but I could put the 3 there, put a 2 there, put a 1 there. That all looks okay. Ah, this is breaking my brain. Okay, so what can this be? If this is 2, this is 1. This can't be 2 because that does not add to 10. If this is 3, 7, 1, that could maybe be 3. Can't be 4, 5. Can be 6. Can't be 7. Might be able to be 8. Can't be 9 because I need to put the 1. But if I put a 9 here, the 1 would go over there and that doesn't work. So this is 3, 6, or 8 as well. So this means this is 7, 4, or 2. It's not 4, so this is not 6. So now I've got a 3, 8 pair in the column. So that means 1 is here. But I can't put an 8 there because that can't be a 1. This is a 3. This is a 7. I should have looked at that ages ago. This is a 1. This is a 5, making that a 3. Those are not 3. Exercise in looking in the wrong spot. So this is an 8. This is a 3. The 8 makes this a 1. There's no 7 over here, so there's no 6 in there. The 4, 8 pair. There's no 1 here anymore. There's no 5 there. There must be a 7 down here. There's got to be a 1 in one of those two. So if 1 is there, it's 1. If this is a 1, 2 pair, and it can't be a 1 because of that. So this is a 2, this is a 1. This is not a 2. There's no 2 here. These are 6, 7, and 9. without that being a 6 or a 9. That is a 7. That is not a 7, that is a 6-9 pair. That makes that a 2 and that a 6. This right here, 1, 2, 3 is a 4, which makes this a 2. This is an 8, this is a 4. This is an 8, which makes that a 5, which means this is a 9. This is a 2. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 6. There's no 5 in those anymore. That is a 6, which means this is a 5 and this is a 1. This 1 makes this a 6, which makes this a 9. Again, indexing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is an 8. This is a 6 and this is an 8. The question now is, where do I look? Because there's a lot of information flying around. I'll be missing indexing all over the place. This 9 means this is the 1. So this is 3 and 7. The 3 here resolves it. That is the 7. That is the 3. This is 2, 4, and 9. But I can't put 2 or 4 here because I need to put a high value. So there's the 159, the title of the puzzle. There's no 7 here. So this is 2, 4, or 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 2, 4, 9. So this is a 4 or a 9. What am I missing? That's 7, making that a 4, which makes that a 5, which makes that a 6, which makes that a 2, which makes that a 7. The 4 makes that a 7. That 7 makes that 5. This is now a 2, which makes that 9 and that 4. The 9 makes that 8, which makes that 3, which makes that 8, which makes that 3. The 9 makes that 6, which makes that 9. The 4 looks up making that 2 and that 4. The 9 looks up making that 7, which makes that 1, which makes that 9. 7 looking at 9, that's all working. This is a 1, this is a 7, and that is start with 1, not 0. I still don't know what the title is supposed to mean. I mean, yeah, digits 1 to 9 start with 1. Jakhob will have to mention in the comments, I hope. That was a really interesting 159. I've done a few 159 puzzles. I don't think I've used the trick of low, middle, high a few times, but I don't think I've used it to break in that way. That's a very cool break in. Yeah, and these little 2-cell cages and the restriction they provide, definitely had to do some hunting on that one. That was a fun puzzle. Definitely taxed me a little bit more than some of the others I've done recently, and I enjoyed it. Thank you everyone for watching. Check out the Entropic Power Lines puzzle pack, which I may have forgotten to mention is a pack of 12 Entropic Lines puzzles. And yeah, please come join us if you've got want any assistance with that or with March of the Quads on the Sudoku Solvers Discord. Link to that is below. Link to everything is below. And if you just want to reach out to me, all of my contact details are below as well. Yeah, all I can say is with all the packs and everything that we're doing, good luck with your solving.